Hello, Dennis Madden here, and welcome to another Gears Overdrive. This is for the August 2024 issue of Gears Magazine, the Back to Basics column. The title is The Definitions Are the Difference. Now, definitions are the terms, the words that we use in the industry to describe parts, drivability, complaints, and other things of that nature. In the next issue, in the September issue, we'll have a vast collection of definitions for you to study. You'll want to print those off and store those in a safe place or someplace that you can refer to. But in this edition, we're going to just talk about a few of the common terms and give you an idea of what we're after. So let me share my screen. Here we go. Got a clutch apply chart. Okay, this is for an 8L90, and I'm going to talk specifically about the 1-2 shift. Here we have the 1, 3, 5, 6, 7 clutch, and it's applied in first gear. And when we make the transition to second, that clutch will release. The second clutch will apply, which is called the 2, 3, 4, 6, 8 clutch. I know that's a mouthful. I won't be using that long name during this explanation, but there's the chart you can refer to. The first definition that I want to cover is slide bump. Now, a slide bump is a condition where during the shift, it almost feels as though it's slipping. It's just soft and then there's a bump at the end. Now, we don't see this very often these days because it's generally in a system where there's an accumulator, and the action that's taking place is the applying clutch doesn't have enough pressure to complete the shift while the accumulator is stroking. And then all of a sudden, when the accumulator gets to the end of its travel and stops, that action creates a pressure spike, and that's the bump that you feel. Now, a lot of times it's defined as a harsh shift. When I worked on the hotline, this was not uncommon to get a harsh shift complaint when in fact it was a slide bump. So you got to be careful about the term that you're using. But this is where the shift is incomplete and there's a bump at the end. The next one I want to talk about is a flare. Now, let's go back to our chart and notice these clutches. I'm going to refer to it as clutch 1 and clutch 2. It's a lot easier to describe if we use those terms. So in first gear, we have clutch 1 applied, and when the transmission shifts to second, it's going to release, and the second clutch will apply. There it is right there. Now, a flare is when there's a momentary lapse and neither is applied adequately to deliver the torque through the transmission. So it could be that the first clutch releases way too quickly and it hasn't had time for the second clutch to apply. You're momentarily in neutral, or the first clutch is releasing, but there's some systems problem in the second clutch that it comes on too late. In either event, you're momentarily in neutral, and we call that a flare. Now, I don't want to get into the diagnosis of this, whether you get to the first clutch and there's a problem there, or the second. Let's just focus on the term flare. What does that mean? It's a momentary neutral condition when the two clutches or the two apply components, neither one of them are on sufficiently to keep the vehicle going through the transmission with the, yeah. Bind up. Now it's the opposite of a flare. Instead of a momentary neutral effect, what you have is the first clutch has not released by the time the second clutch applies. So the sensation that you'll feel, it's as though someone put on the brakes momentarily. And this too can feel like a harsh shift because that bind up, the whole gear train will momentarily want to stop. Of course, it's not because the vehicle is moving, but that bind-up condition can feel very much like a harsh shift. But that's a situation where the two clutches are applied at the same time or trying to apply at the same time. And I'll give you a little tip here for your diagnosis, and that is a simple rule. The clutch that applies last will lose. And what I mean by that, during this 1-2 bind-up condition, you've got the first clutch on and the second clutch trying to come on, but of course it can't because the first clutch hasn't released yet. And it's going to have a heck of a time, and it's going to really abuse that clutch. And when you get into the unit and you find that clutch pack is all burnt up, don't be surprised if the condition was actually through a bind-up that caused that malady. So those are the three terms that I want to use for drivability. The next one is maybe a personal bugaboo, but I'm going to share it. I don't know that that I'm going to be able to rectify this problem, and that is this part has been so misdescribed for so long, it may be hopeless to get it fixed. And what I mean is this portion of the pump that has this shaft is called a stator. That's what it's commonly referred to, but it is not a stator. This part inside the converter is the stator. So if you look at the aluminum finned portion in the center, it has these splines. Notice these fins are moving are angled at the opposite direction of the turbine here. This is actually called a stator. And it is supported through the device that is splined right here. That device is this shaft. So the proper term for this component is not a stator, but a stator support. So it may be hopeless at this stage for people who have misdescribed this for so long to readjust their vernacular on this. But if you're getting into the industry and you're somewhat new, understand that you may hear this referred to as a stator. It is not. It is the stator support. And I'm going to leave it at that because I may go too far in describing it here. So anyway, these are the definitions that I wanted to share with you today. I look forward to presenting another Gears Overdrive in the future. Thank you very much. Dennis Madden, and I'm out. Thank you.